It's a story that KITV4's Catherine Cruz has pursued for the good part of a year, and now the mayor has taken it a step forward. So, Catherine, what's changed?
Well, Yunji, more than 1,000 property owners will be getting a letter in the mail today or tomorrow. It's tied to a study that looks at rockfall hazards next to city land. If you own a home or are interested in buying or selling property, some consider the study a must-read.
You're on notice.
With that, the mayor officially released results of an internal rockslide study that now gives the public a way to gauge whether they could potentially be in harm's way or liable if someone gets hurt.
You could be in the path of a potential slide or rockfall, and you may want to ask your neighbor upland to take appropriate action.
Today, Caldwell stood in front of a recently completed rockfall project in Kaimuki, essentially reversing a position previously held under the Carlisle administration. It was about a year ago that KITV first began asking about rockfall work that was underway and why a study paid for by taxpayers wasn't being shared.
Even though the city has just released its report, it has been tackling some of the more serious problem areas as money has become available.
There was this stretch of roadway up in Pupukea on Oahu's North Shore. A curtain of netting was the fix in this case. And this area on Prospect Street, just below Punch Bowl Cemetery, is next in line. Earlier this year, crews began tackling the Sierra Drive problem. The fix for the crumbly cinder cone was determined to be spraying concrete over the cliff line and the erection of a fence. After KITV filed a public records request last summer, we were allowed to look at the study in January.
For me, it'd be a tragedy if we had this information, said nothing about it, took action for ourselves, and someone got hurt. And that's why we're sharing this information.
The comprehensive study using national standards may be the first of its kind in the state.
Oh, yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, and it did take some time for us to put together.
It took almost a decade of looking at hundreds of sites. In contrast, the fixes were fast.
The actual physical work, a lot of times, doesn't take that long. This only took 90 days.
In the case of Sierra Drive, it took 3 months and $400,000.
Was it worth the cost to save a life? I think we'd all answer yes.
Again, the report doesn't look at all potential rockfall areas, just ones next to city land. Now, the study is hundreds of pages long. You can get access to it online at our website at KITV.com, or if you need a hard copy, go down to the Municipal Library. That's that little red brick building right next to Honolulu Holly. Paula?